Danny Lowe, just been speaking to Neil Aspin. It feels like a bit of deja vu. We've been here before, haven't we?
Yeah, obviously after the Cambridge game, we kind of obviously put that to one side and we've been on a good run. And obviously we come here today on a bit of good form. Obviously confidence is high and obviously 2 sending offs again. Obviously for different reasons this time, as opposed to Cambridge. But obviously they're not good sending offs and the lads have apologised to the lads in there. But we can't blame it all down on there because obviously when we had 11 men we went 1-0 down and I thought it was pretty poor. If I'm being honest, giving the ball away far too much in the first half, not picking up enough second ball. So yeah, it's disappointing. Obviously the manner of the sending offs, but I can't totally blame everything on them for the first half performance.
I think that's the key to it. The nature of the dismissals totally different to the ones that yourself and Matty Glennon received in the opening game at Cambridge.
Yeah, obviously I'm the last man. Matt has been put in a position where he's the last man, so you still don't want to get sent off, but you can kind of accept him a little bit more. Obviously at this level, and obviously it's just petulant more than anything. It's just obviously it needs to be a bit more grown up, and if you are going to do something, wait your chance for a better opportunity during the game where you're not going to get sent off. But obviously if the other player's giving you a bit of stick, you get your own back a little bit and probably pick up a booking. So yeah, it's disappointing for the lads obviously who've picked up the silver red cards, but obviously it don't help as well with Gregor's being injured, so we've lost another 2 strikers, so it's kind of a double whammy really. So I mean obviously the lads got it, there's no point banging on about it, they know what they've done wrong, and same as Cambridge, we just move on to Saturday now and try and pick ourselves up.
So as club captain, do you have a role to play in helping the lads cope with what they've done today?
I'm the club captain and obviously there's a few experienced lads, but ultimately the lads know yourself what you can and what you can't do. So I mean obviously the gaffer said you can't defend that, and obviously nobody can defend that, not the lads haven't tried to defend it, but you know we're all grown men, at the end of the day you know right from wrong and what you're going to get in trouble for, and everyone knows at whatever level that is it's a silly sending off.
And for the first time this season you get to experience what it's like playing with 9 men. How was it for you out there?
Obviously I haven't played much football, so I was a bit tired myself anyway, but it's not nice. It wasn't nice for the lads at Cambridge and it wasn't nice for the lads today, do you know what I mean? It's your back's against wall, it's damage limitation, and to be fair I thought obviously at 1-0 we kept them out for quite a while really. Obviously they've hit the bar, they're hitting us on the counter, but we didn't sit back, we kept pushing, we kept us shape and we stuck to the game plan at half time. So credit to the lads, I thought we did a good performance the second half. It's just a shame obviously for the fans that have travelled such a long way that the manner of the sending offs and it's cost us. So obviously club captain, I'll apologise on behalf of the lads for that, do you know what I mean? But like I said, the lads have apologised, but we just got to move on now, can't dwell on it.
Say the scoreline 3-1 against 11 men with 2 men sent off. That's something we can take a lot from that, the scoreline in itself.
Yeah, of course can. I mean obviously it could be easy to crumble, do you know what I mean, if they got 2 early goals, but credit to lads and the spirit and the sort of people that they are, that we wanted to dig in and fight for the cause. We could have easily just rolled over and not put in the shift, but it's not the nature, the gaffer won't let us do that, and like I say, the fans didn't deserve that, so the least we owe it is to them, you know what I mean, to work hard and leave nothing on the pitch, and hopefully the fans will see that we didn't roll over and die, we did keep trying to attack and we did the best we could.
You mentioned that this has been your first start for a couple of weeks. How have the last couple of weeks been for yourself? Because obviously I'm sure you're desperate to be involved on the pitch.
Yeah, everybody wants to play obviously, and obviously the sending off that Gidanger and Robbo a chance have done well, but obviously so I accepted that. But like I say, you're a footballer and anyone that's happy to sit on the bench obviously shouldn't be playing football at any decent level or at all. So yeah, it's nice for me to get on the pitch, but most for myself, but the most important thing is the team doing well, and like I say, it's a defeat, but circumstances dictated the defeat really, so it's just a bit of pill for to swallow. I'm glad to be back, but obviously the day in itself has been pretty poor.
You mentioned Robbo and Ainger. You've got to accept they have done really, really well, haven't they, as a partnership?
Yeah, they've been solid. They've obviously attacked the balls. Obviously we're different sort of players, you know what I mean? I'm going to get the ball down and play, and they're probably going to want to go and win the headers and obviously just play a bit more direct, but at the end of the day we're different sort of players, but we've got a good squad, and I think that's what you need, a good squad, so different sort of players. So at the end of the day it's ultimately the gaffer will pick whatever team he feels right, so just got to get on with it.
So game time at left back, position you know well because that's where you started your FC Halifax Town career.
Yes, yeah, I did. Yeah, it's a bit weird coming out here now onto left, but I didn't feel out of place really. Didn't really think I had that much. Well, didn't have that much to do really. Just win a couple of headers. Obviously, the performance wasn't the best anyway, so it was a little bit scrappy, and so the game never really got going, so it was just about defending today really and doing the best that we could, obviously, like I say.
You mentioned Lee Gregory's absence. Obviously he's been captain in your absence when you haven't been on the pitch. How has he done, do you think, in the last couple of weeks?
Oh, he's been class. Gregor's obviously he's got his goals, but he's done what he's done since the end of last season, worked hard and done the best he can for the team. So it's a big blow for us, even bigger blow for him personally, to be honest, because obviously he was on fire. So hopefully he'll be back sooner rather than later and at the top, and because we do need him in the team. He's a good player.
I say next week, Barnet at home, the start of a tricky month, you could argue, in September. And obviously Edgar David's coming to the show.
Yeah, obviously that's a nice thing to say, Edgar David's coming, but obviously it'd have been nice to go into that game. You know what I mean? Because obviously it's a tough month for us this month, so it is an important break. Obviously it is a really important game now on Saturday that we do get something from the results. Obviously you don't want to do 2 defeats on the bounce, so we'll get on the training ground and we'll stick to his game plan. Gaffer will put us through his pace and what he wants us to do, and hopefully we'll be able to make amends for today.
Danny, safe journey back home.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me, player. Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.